The Russian Empire, one of the most expansive and influential empires in history, experienced a remarkable journey marked by a dynamic rise and an eventual fall. From its origins as the Tsardom of Russia to its transformation into a global power, the empire's trajectory was shaped by a complex interplay of political, social, and economic factors. This video will delve into the key events and circumstances that led to the rise of the Russian Empire, followed by an exploration of the factors that contributed to its eventual decline and dissolution. But first, smack the devil out of the subscribe button so you will never miss out on another historical adventure. But now, back to business. The Russian Empire emerged from the Tsardom of Russia in the 16th century under the leadership of Ivan the Terrible. Ivan's reign witnessed territorial expansion, centralization of power, and the establishment of a strong autocratic rule. The subsequent reign of Peter the Great, spanning from the late 17th to the early 18th century, was a transformative period for Russia. Peter initiated a series of reforms aimed at modernizing the state, military, and economy, effectively propelling Russia onto the global stage. Under Peter's rule, Russia's territorial expansion continued, with the empire acquiring territories in the Baltic region, Central Asia, and the Caucasus. The establishment of St. Petersburg as the new capital symbolized Russia's growing ambition and desire to connect with Western Europe. The reign of Catherine the Great in the 18th century further strengthened the empire as she pursued an expansionist policy, annexing Crimea and expanding Russian influence in Eastern Europe. The Russian Empire achieved remarkable economic growth during the 19th century, driven primarily by industrialization and the expansion of the railroad network. This period saw the rise of an educated middle class, the development of national identity, and advancements in art and literature. Russia emerged as a significant power, commanding vast territories and playing a pivotal role in European geopolitics. Fall of the Russian Empire. Despite its outward strength, the Russian Empire faced a multitude of internal challenges that eventually led to its downfall. The autocratic rule of the Tsars, coupled with a rigid social structure and widespread inequality, bred discontent among the population. The industrialization process, while bringing progress, also led to social and economic disparities that fueled dissatisfaction. Russia's participation in World War I proved to be a turning point. The war strained the empire's resources, resulting in food shortages and economic instability. The Russian people, burdened by the consequences of the war, grew increasingly disillusioned with the Tsarist regime. This discontent eventually culminated in the February Revolution of 1917, which forced Tsar Nicholas II to abdicate, marking the end of the Romanov dynasty. The fall of the Russian Empire was further accelerated by the subsequent October Revolution, led by the Bolsheviks and Vladimir Lenin. The Bolsheviks seized power and established a socialist government, leading to the formation of the Soviet Union. The empire's vast territories fragmented, and civil war ensued as various factions vied for control. The dissolution of the Russian Empire gave rise to the Soviet Union, a new political entity with a fundamentally different ideology. Conclusion: a combination of factors including territorial expansion, autocratic rule, economic growth, and internal discontent shaped the rise and fall of the Russian Empire. While the empire experienced remarkable growth and achieved global influence, its rigid social structure, economic disparities, and the strain of World War I laid the groundwork for its eventual collapse. The Russian Empire's demise paved the way for a new era in Russian history, with the emergence of the Soviet Union and the subsequent transformation of the country's political, social, and economic landscape.